live to see tomorrow, right? Whoever's killing you knows it's your birthday.
Pretty much the entire school knows.
Guys, welcome to another episode of Katie Afraidy on the Fangoria Network.
Woo!
I'm your host, Katie Hettenbach, and I am so excited to have this lovely, lovely, lovely human on. She is hilarious, performs all around town. You can check her website for all the days she's performing. It's Arijana Ramic.
Oh my God, thank you. Thanks. I'm excited to be here. And also, it's very funny because I actually don't watch horror.
I know. I was going to this. She's like, I don't.
Yeah.
I was like, we can watch something silly.
You gave me something really light, which was very nice.
Yeah. This is a silly movie.
Yeah, it was. I teared up at one scene. But I also cry at every movie.
Okay, fair.
And I was also very sleep deprived.
Good.
But it's less horror. I mean, they don't even have that many, like, when she dies, you don't even see really the deaths and stuff. So that was really helpful.
So what about horror is like not like your cup of tea?
I don't know, because I actually enjoy like how it can elicit such a strong emotional reaction. Like I actually really love that. And I think horror is like, if you can make a good horror film, like you're incredibly talented. Because a lot of them are corny or gory and stuff. But I think I was really easily scared as a kid. And I like spooky stuff a lot, but I don't like I don't like the unnecessary gore or the like whatever. And it's funny because I listen to a lot of true crime that never gives me nightmares. I fall asleep listening to it, not anymore, but I used to. But horror films, they like give me really vivid nightmares. Like I'm a very vivid dreamer, and so I'm like, it just takes me there for some reason. And I like remember seeing like a Rumpelstiltskin as a kid, not even the full movie. It was just like on for a couple minutes. And I had nightmares for 8 months. And and I'm like, that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
You know?
You're like, I think I'm just a little traumatized.
Yeah. So I just avoid them because I don't know what will happen.
Yeah.
You know, and I live alone. It's like, I don't need to be doing that, you know?
Fair.
So the movie you gave me to watch, I watched in full daylight.
Yes, as you should. You should. I also just want to point out, I have met so many people who are like, I love true crime, but I hate horror.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
what is that?
I'm like, they're the same. They're like, no, they're not. I'm like, no, they're like literally the same, but like one is real and one is fake.
I mean, I guess the thing for me is that like horror is so fantastical, and like when you're listening to true crime, they aren't trying to scare you, right? They're not like pacing it in a way that's like suspenseful, I guess.
Yeah, it's more like, here are
the facts. Yeah, here are the facts.
You're like,
this guy's in jail.
She was butchered.
Yeah.
Bodies thrown everywhere. You're like, oh, that's fine. But you see it happening. You're like, I don't want that.
And I mean, I had like a crisis about listening to true crime a couple years ago and felt really bad about it. And so I kind of stopped listening to it. But it doesn't freak me out, I think, because I'm like, okay, I know the ending is, you know, how it's going to be, versus like sometimes you watch horror movies and it's like, oh, plot twist, there's going to be a sequel. It's like, no, I'm not doing that.
Well, surprise, there is a sequel to this movie.
Is it out already?
It is. It's been out. We watched Happy. Oh my God, someone commented on my stutter.
Oh no.
And they're like, wow, your stutter's gone away. And then I've been stuttering.
And then you're like,
more.
now it's back.
It's back. So Happy Death Day. There we go.
Crushed you did it. It's hard when it's an alliteration.
Yeah.
Okay, I might watch the sequel.
It's campy. It's so fun. It acknowledges how insane it is and just ramps it up times 10.
Okay. And is it the same characters?
Yes.
Okay. So, because I kind of did Google, because in the film, you know, there's this like, I don't know if you want to explain it, but like they repeat her death. She keeps dying over and over again, but it's not clear why. Like why is there a death loop? You know?
Yeah.
Do they reveal in the second film?
Kinda.
Okay.
Kinda. She gets trapped again.
Oh God.
And then,
but is someone's trying to kill her again? Why? Why is everyone trying to kill this girl?
She was a bitch.
She really was. Okay, so I think I texted you that I had a lot of thoughts about
I'm excited because this movie, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is so fun. I'm like, it's Groundhog Day with a killer baby.
Yeah, I actually do really enjoy the concept of it. I think conceptually very strong in terms of like having like this repeat killer kind of going after one person. And I do think like I teared up at the scene with the dad because obviously like she's going through emotional turmoil. So there is some emotional stake in the film.
Yeah.
But the opening first 5 minutes of the film, I was like, oh, this is the worst writing I've ever seen in my life. I was seriously like, oh, this is going to be so fun to watch because I can suspend my reality because the writing is so bad.
Yeah.
Because they open the film and I forget what the line is, but she like her character makes no sense. Like you're like, okay, what's going on? She wakes up in this dorm room, right? And then her immediate conversations with people are just like, oh, like what, like so like obtuse to what you've already seen of the character.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, like we don't like this because we don't eat carbs. And I was like, what is happening? Like I was just like, they're immediately, she throws the cupcake on the ground because she like there's a garbage can. My God.
Yeah,
like
also it's just
it was so over the top, you know, of her character being this like bitch, but then you also like don't see her being a bitch in the first like few minutes, so it was just like you see it through the conversation, and I think that's why the dialogue sounded so bad. And so you're just like, what is happening? Like this girl made you a cupcake. You
should be thankful. You should eat that cupcake.
Yeah, I was like,
die.
I actually really identify with her roommate wanting to kill her.
Yeah,
so.
which that whole reason when you find out it's so did you realize it was her roommate?
No.
Okay.
So here's my thing. Okay, well, can I be honest?
Oh my God, yeah, go ahead.
I have to be honest, guys, but I actually was so scared to watch. I don't watch a lot of horror movies. Always read the synopsis.
Okay.
So I had like figured out like by reading the synopsis that was what was going on. But watching the film, I had no clue that that's what was going on, because it seemed so random at the end.
Yeah.
And then also they like, so the thing is that her roommate wanted to kill her, not because she was a bitch, but because she was sleeping with her crush at work, the professor guy, right? And I'm like, if you're gonna want to kill me over that, he has to be 10 times cuter.
Yeah, he was.
Can we talk about it? I mean, he's handsome, but like
you're really gonna...
babe, you're not Michael B. Jordan. Like you're not. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he's like a 6.
Yeah,
like he's not a 10. Like I wouldn't kill.
I wouldn't.
Him.
Yeah.
Also, babe, like you could go for somebody else. I don't know.
Sure.
I love that line though. What did she say?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, you've been sleeping with, my man. And also, you're a dumb bitch too.
Yeah. Because
like,
it's like, she's not like, oh, you're a bad person for making, like, you're sleeping with a married man or whatever. Like, it's like, you want to do the same thing. You're a bad person too. Yeah. And it's like, that I think is what is like, at least she kind of had like a little bit of like a moral come to Jesus, the main character in it, but it was just so bizarre. And then the real killer of the movie is the cupcake.
Oh yeah,
which is hilarious to me.
Because calories,
baby.
You can't do them. You can't do them when you're in a sorority.
The best character is that doofy guy. What's his name? Carter. Man,
so adorable.
I'm such a dope. I'm like, he's way hotter than the professor.
Oh, 100%.
Way hotter.
Oh, he's so sweet.
Yeah. He's
sweet.
the Gordo to her Lizzie, you know?
You're like, they're never going to end up together. And you're like,
yeah.
They need to end up together. Like, they're just...
Are they together in the second movie? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. There's a...
I'm going to watch it.
It's honestly, it's really fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun. One of my favorite characters who is more prominent in the second movie is the sorority girl.
The brunette one?
Yeah.
Okay. She was fun.
She's just over the top, nasty. But also like the most extreme lines you've ever heard.
Okay, yeah, they also had like a random racist storyline thrown in there as if it was like, I was like, what is happening right now?
Did I miss that? Where was
the girl? There's one sorority girl that's not white. and she's the one that sits down with the chocolate milk.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, I guess there was an Asian one too, but she just sees the body die in front of her. But they like it really is like they're kind of like, you know, she's like, why are you eating chocolate milk and all these calories and stuff? And it's like they zoom out of the table and it's like one black girl and then like all these blondes. And I was like, that's clearly very pointed.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's
I was like, yeah, let's throw in all these side plots and all these side quests.
That's why not? A Blumhouse horror movie is nothing but chaotic.
What other movies have they made?
Freaky, which is Freaky Friday, but with teenage girl and Vince Vaughn.
Yeah,
that one's fun.
I think I've seen that one.
I like it.
Yeah, that one was a little bit watching through my eyes though, because it was a little gory for me. It
was more horror than
yeah.
What else have they done? They did Ma.
Oh, okay, I can't watch that.
Ma's not that scary.
Really?
It's more you. As soon as you see Octavia Spencer's hair,
you're like, all right.
You're like,
you're like, are you selling Lucky Charms as a side business? Like, what is this haircut? Yeah,
it's a bowl.
Yeah, she looks like a little leprechaun. Yeah,
she does, honestly. And you're like, you deserve better.
Okay, interesting. Better. Okay,
yeah,
okay. Yeah, I like the silliness of it. I like the camp of it.
It's so fun. So, is there one day in your life that you would want to repeat over and over again if you were trapped in the time loop? Or one day you wouldn't?
Oh God, the thing is like you would have to like relive the very, very best day of your life.
Yeah, but
then don't you think that's kind of like tiring as well?
Yeah,
I don't know, because first I was like, maybe I'd just pick a normal day, but then that's monotony of life, you know. That's a boring thing. I think, I don't know, I would love to be able to repeat like some things with like my family, because like I have a lot of family that still lives in Bosnia and stuff, and like I remember like my 7th birthday and stuff, but then I'm like, I don't want to be 7 over and over again, you know.
That's
but like that's like a really core memory for me that is just like the happiest feeling, and I would love to like relive that happy feeling over and over again. But I don't know that there's a specific day that I think it's like the good thing about not reliving things is like it feels special because you know it only happened that one time, you know. And definitely had some bad days. Yeah. You know, that I mean this whole week, let's just scrub it from the
this week is the Netflix is a joke in LA, and it's
a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Well, it's like everyone's like it's 2 weeks. I'm like it's a week and a half.
Yeah.
It's a week and a half.
I mean, listen, it's just that it. Yeah. I mean, it's good. It's all good stuff. It's just like a lot. It's a lot.
You're up late.
Yeah.
You're sleeping in.
Mm-hmm. I'm not.
No, you're not.
I'm not. Yeah. It would be fine. Actually, I would be so much better mentally if I could sleep in, but
You're like, I have to pay the
bills. And then my body wakes up anyway, so it's like,
it's hard to sleep. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Would you relive a day? Do you have an answer for that?
Now that you say like birthday parties and stuff, I would say my kindergarten birthday party, because it was at this like gymnastics place, and like my entire class would like.
Oh, that's a great birthday.
It was a good birthday. I remember, and then I tried to recreate it at 16.
Hilarious.
And it was so bad. They were so mean to me at that place, and my jaw popped out on the trampoline, and I was like,
how did your jaw pop out?
I have lockjaw.
Okay.
And it like I went on the trampoline, it just kind of like shifted. Yeah, and I was like, okay, well, this is stuck. And my birthday. It was great.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So what did you do? Did you have to go to the hospital?
No, I just popped it back in.
Great.
Yeah, it's
painful.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah,
it's good stuff.
It's great. It's again. I also saw a TikTok of somebody recently who got their jaw stuck open and had to go to the hospital, and now my jaw's fucking with me more. And I'm like,
You're like, uh-oh.
damn. Okay, so we got stuttering and this one.
Yeah. You can't have a stutter and lockjaw.
You gotta-
you gotta pick one.
You gotta pick one. You gotta do one or the other. You can't do both. It doesn't work.
It's like you're either yapping or you're not. You know,
It's like I'm trying to yap, but I can't because it keeps getting stuck. It's hard for me. But
well,
we're
so
chilling.
okay. Question about the
Yes.
repeating day.
Yes.
Am I allowed to change things, or does it happen exactly like? Okay, let's say my perfect day is like I go to the beach.
Yeah.
Right, but then like maybe like one day I play beach tennis at the beach. Maybe
Yeah.
one day I just swim. You
Yeah.
know, maybe one day I see a dolphin. I don't know. You know,
Yeah. It's but because like every time
the time loop doesn't affect.
which her name she goes by Tree.
Yeah. That was egregious. Why is your name Tree?
Teresa. Tree.
You think?
Teresa.
I think Tree is a real name.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's
Taylor Swift's publicist is named Tree Payne, which is one of the worst names I've ever heard in my life. Tree Payne?
Tree Pain is like T-Pain.
Yeah.
But Tree.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, sad.
That's
Sad.
Yeah. Is her
Mhm.
is this her legal name?
I think so. I if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Why would you go by Tree? I don't know.
You really like trees?
Yeah, you either got some like hippy dippy parents or something. Maybe it's a historical name I don't know about.
Her parents were not hippy dippy.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Well, I mean, we only saw her mom. Her mom is dead.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, that
yeah.
really gets me. Dead
That's-
parent.
Dead parent. Ooh.
Yeah.
Dead parent. You share a birthday?
Well, the conversation with the dad really. I was like, wait, she was supposed to be meeting up with her dad this whole time. I was like, you bitch. Like, go see your dad.
Yeah.
I cried. I teared up.
You cheered up. Really?
Yeah, I did. Don't be mean to your parents. That's my one piece of advice. Don't be mean to your parents. I mean, some parents are shitty.
Yeah.
But like freaking pause the podcast right now. Come back. Call your freaking mom. Call your freaking dad. Okay. They miss you. I hope. I don't know. I don't know.
They don't.
Probably
No,
not.
they
Yeah.
do. They
Yeah.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
I mean, it's just like I really was like
You're like, I'm gonna call my mom right now.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
And then I think also the reason why it kept repeating is because
Mhm.
it was like a moral thing.
Right.
Because
She needed to grow.
she needed to grow, but also it is her birthday, so it's like a
Resetting.
resetting,
Mhm.
and that's like a
Mhm.
a good day for her, but also a what's the word? I don't want to say traumatizing. That's not the right word.
She's scarred. She's
Scarred,
like-
yeah,
it's
because
a
that's also
triggering-
her mom triggering.
Yeah.
It's also her mom's birthday.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. What a plot device.
What a
you
plot
know?
device, They're
Yeah.
like, let's just, yay, it's your
Yeah.
birthday. Now you gotta pick up the phone.
Yeah, that
Which
was crazy.
I was like, you
have a
your
special ringtone
for your birthday. How do you set that where everything on your birthday you have to physically change that?
I feel like there's a way to. I'm not good with technology, but there must be some. No, yeah, that's insane, right?
You'd have to do you'd have to manually do it.
Right.
There's no way that
Yeah.
you could like, oh, I'm gonna set my alarm so that
Mhm.
it's like, oh.
Well,
the-
first when she was like, when her roommate like figured out her birthday or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was like, "How did you know?" And I'm like, like what? And I'm like, this girl is such a bitch, and she still gets a surprise party, and like they're doing all this work to figure out when her birthday is. I was just like, this is so hilarious
Like,
to me.
It's a birthday. I don't know
Yeah.
if you do you go big on your birthday, or you like, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I really like other people's birthdays, but I feel like birthdays can be so stressful.
Yeah.
Like you end up having to be the one to plan it, and which like of course because like no one knows your like whole friend group like you do, right?
Yeah.
But then it's like so stressful because you want to be like accommodating to everyone and like plan something that everyone's gonna enjoy, and I
Mhm.
just don't like that aspect of it. Like I have to do so much of that in my actual life of like organizing and
Yeah.
planning and things, and I'm like I don't want to do that. But I've had like a few celebrations that I've really enjoyed, but
Mhm.
I never really had any like family growing up
Okay.
here and stuff. So like when I was a kid, it would mostly just be like me and my parents and my sisters, and it feels like a regular dinner with cake. But I wouldn't even eat my own
Yeah.
birthday cake as a kid. I didn't like sweets. So everybody would be eating
What?
cake. Yeah, I didn't like sweets as a kid. I'm insane. No,
Okay.
I'm insane.
You're like, hey,
this is how you find out.
At least you realized it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I also think part of it was because my mom would get me really cute cakes,
Okay,
and I
you didn't
just was
wanna-
like, oh, I don't want to eat it.
That's
You
fair.
know?
That's fair. You're like,
Yeah.
if you got me a cute cake and then like something
Yeah.
ugly to eat
Sure.
next to it, yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm
I
gonna-
just didn't like sweets as a kid. So like there's literally home videos of everyone eating the cake and I'm eating pickles and beef jerky. Which is like what?
the birthday cake of champions,
I
pickles
mean,
and beef jerky.
I mean, come on now. You
That's-
know?
That's the treat you need.
Now I constantly crave sweets.
Oh yeah.
I think your body just changes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I think it's also like there's something about if you don't have enough dopamine.
Yeah,
I think you just crave more sweets.
Is that true?
I think so.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, I'd be shoveling M&Ms.
That's interesting. It's like a filler for not having. I don't know. I guess I was a happy kid. Not anymore.
Happy kid. Need
Yeah.
more happy adult.
Something changed.
Beef
Yeah.
jerky and pickles.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And are you still eating those together?
You know what? I'm off the. I could hoover a whole jar of pickles, but I just have kind of like. I think your like stomach changes as you get older, and I feel like things feel really acidic to me now. So I kind of like I'm easing off of the pickles and stuff. Every once in a while, still love a good beef jerky, man. Love a jerky. Yeah. You know, I don't know. I'm a weird. I don't know. That's
No, I got you.
yeah. But
Yeah.
hey, beef jerky's good. I don't know. I don't
Dude,
care
no,
what
like,
anyone
but
says.
I'm a big food combo
Yeah.
person, and like they're always
Oh, the beef
weird.
jerky with the pickles, with a little bit of cheese, a little bread. You got a little
Ooh,
charcuterie board
okay,
going. You know.
okay.
Yeah.
My things are
Yeah.
a little weirder. I feel like they're more like the when I
Mm-hmm.
I like to retry
Okay.
the snacks I did when I was little, and
Yeah.
I'm like all of them are high snacks.
Oh, what are some of your combos?
One of my favorite
Mhm.
ones, and people judge me harshly: vanilla ice cream,
Mhm.
Cheetos.
Oh, interesting.
I don't understand.
The cheese with the vanilla.
Honestly, really good.
Huh. Okay, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
High or sober. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is actually this.
Do you
is the,
still eat that regularly?
Not no.
But do you get a craving every once
Every
in a
once in a
while?
while, I'm like, okay, I'll do this.
Yeah.
But I don't do it very often.
Yeah, interesting. That's funny. I feel like mine are pretty tame. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
that's-
like, yeah.
I think that's maybe the craziest.
My one weird combo is like this is because growing up my mom would do this, but I told someone this once and then everybody was like, that is the weirdest thing I've ever heard in the world. But like a little bit of macaroni
Okay.
and cottage cheese and you mix it together. Okay.
Okay.
And honestly, the macaroni's so warm that the cottage cheese like melts on it if you get like the right
Okay.
curd size, you know? And it's very delicious. But people are like, just eat pasta. And I'm like, no, but the cottage cheese is really good.
So
I think people are cottage cheese haters. It's a comfort food.
Okay, I love that. Okay.
So if I really don't know what to eat and I'm very lazy, that's what I'll make.
What? Just
The macaroni.
cottage. Okay.
You boil it, then you mix it with the cottage cheese. That's it. That's the meal.
I mean, it is cheese.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. So
Okay.
what's the problem, guys? Is cottage cheese? Is that what you asked?
I don't know. I've never had it. It's always
You've never had it?
It always weirds me out.
Really?
Yeah. I also there
Yeah.
was this girl growing up
Mm-hmm.
who, and then I went to like end up going to college with her. We
Okay.
would like go out to like Shake Shack
Mm-hmm.
or like whatever. Not Shake Shack. In the Midwest, it's Steak and Shake,
Okay.
and we'd all order like burgers and like stuff.
Yeah.
And she would just get cottage cheese.
Oh, that actually makes me mad.
just cottage, and she would eat like a pound.
Did
of
she
it.
have an eating disorder? Because I feel like that
Maybe.
was very like 90s, early 2000s of like cottage cheese diet, you know?
I mean, this was like 2016.
okay,
so
that's
I don't-
wrong.
that's
That's wrong.
I wish.
Why are they even selling cottage cheese?
just as a side?
That also makes me mad.
And then that's why I don't like cottage
Yeah,
cheese.
I think that's very valid. I will not judge you for that at all. It's a weird cheese. It's a weird cheese.
It's
Yeah.
a texture. No,
Yeah.
why is it
I
lumpy?
get that. I get that. I have weird things where it's like, I don't know, I'm picky with certain things, but then I'll eat the weirdest thing,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh yeah.
It's like why I don't like fresh tomatoes but cooked. I'm like, yeah, let's fucking go.
That makes
Love ketchup. Yeah.
tomato. Get it away from me.
Yeah.
Gross.
Oh yeah, like bananas physically make me gag.
Oh,
like
yeah,
I've
same.
tried
The
to eat
string?
them.
The string? Why is it stringy?
Why is it stringy? Like, no, I don't. The smell.
Go.
And
Oh
I'm
my
not
God.
trying to be dramatic. I'm literally telling you, like, I want to like bananas so bad. Everyone looks so like they're having so much fun
Right?
when they can just take a banana with
You're
them.
like, oh my God, potassium and meat.
Yeah, bananas Foster banana bread looks amazing.
God.
But I literally physically like will like I want to hurl when I smell one, and I'm like, you have to get away with me if you're eating a banana.
Yeah.
Like I can't be around you,
Go.
and I wish I wasn't that way, but I literally think it's like a like I can't do it, and the texture's not great. I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh.
That and yogurt for me.
Okay, I yogurt grew on me.
Okay.
I didn't like it really as a kid. I thought it was really weird, and then it grew on me as
Okay.
it got older. Yeah, because I think like I was like, okay, well I like chocolate pudding, and then you kind of like I tried the whipped Yoplait.
Okay.
That had a great texture, and then I was
Okay.
like, okay, let me try regular yogurt.
Okay.
So yeah,
I-
that's my journey,
This is my
and I
journey.
won't apologize for it.
You're so brave. She's so brave.
Yeah.
That when I was like super little, I was not picky at all.
Okay.
And then as
you got older,
but then also
interesting.
my parents would just eat so much yogurt, and I could like as soon as they open it downstairs, I could smell it in my room.
So for you, it's more of the memories attached with the food.
Yeah, and the banana too. It's
Okay.
also like my grandma would eat them, and then like the
Mm.
strings would be all over the and I'm like ew, but also the smell. I'm super like sensitive with smell.
Yeah, the
So
smell
that's
thing is well. I mean, you need the. I mean, it's important to eating, right?
Yeah.
That's how your taste buds
Yeah.
talk to each other. You know, it's like you smell it, your mouth's like I'm either watering or not. You know,
Like it's
man, now I'm
disgusting,
hungry. I'm gonna
right?
buy myself a huge vat of pasta after that.
with some cottage cheese.
Yeah,
Love that. Oh, good gravy. That's kind of disgusting and great, but
Yeah, I'm
wonderful.
sorry.
Oh, good. You know what? That would be.
that's the real horror.
that would be a fun way
Mhm.
to die
Yeah,
in a thing of cottage cheese. Thoughts on that?
yeah, suffocating the cottage cheese. I don't know that. What do you have? I don't know. I don't like to fascinate on ways to die, but
Yeah.
I think drowning or suffocating is one of the most painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like at least when it's like smoke or fire or something, you die of like smoke inhalation before
Yeah.
you feel the burns. Don't ask me why I know that. But you
You're
know,
like true crime.
yeah, true crime. So it's like, yeah, I just don't want to. I don't want to die in pain.
Yeah.
And as I've been getting older, I'm more and more afraid of that.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
The one in this movie that
Yeah.
is like for me
Yeah.
is the one where she's in the police car
Yeah,
and she can't escape
right.
and she sees it coming.
Mhm. That was
and
a
she has
good.
to sit there.
That was
and
a good turning point in the film
Yeah.
too, because it was like each time it was kind of a stabbing and stuff, and then finally you see kind of something that like he like walk or she whatever the killer walks away and then like lights the car on fire, and she's
Yeah.
like having this moment of confusion of what's going on. But yeah, that one was freaky. The fire thing is freaky.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
just being trapped and
Yeah.
also seeing it coming.
Right, exactly. The impending fear of it
Yeah.
all.
If it
Yeah.
if it's a surprise,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
The one that was also just the worst, but also really funny
Mhm.
was when she was at the party. I think the second time,
Oh,
and she went
yes.
upstairs,
Very funny.
and she's like, "I'm gonna hook up with this dude,"
Mhm.
and then he gets killed really quick.
Mhm.
Well, also he's like, "Oh, I have this sex playlist,"
I mean, he was
and
probably one of the worst people ever, and so I didn't feel too bad when he died. But
yeah, but then you know the killer's like on top of a tree,
yeah,
and the drunk frat dude opens the door,
yeah.
and she's like, "Help!" and he's like, "All right," and he's like, "What the fuck?"
yeah, that was very
I'm
funny.
like, that's Unfortunately, that's a reality, but it's funny because you're
Yeah.
like, it's.
So she's still in the sorority in the second movie?
I think she's a junior in this movie.
Yeah,
Sophomore or
girl,
junior.
like, quit the sorority, babe.
I mean,
They are not nice to you.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't a good person either. But in
yeah,
the
I
end,
guess.
she ended
Yeah,
up
I
being
forget that. I
better,
forget
but,
that she was pretty terrible.
But I
Very
feel,
annoying.
yeah. But
Yeah.
but in the end, I was like, okay, she's.
Oh, by the end, I was like, okay, yeah.
I was like, okay,
yeah.
Tria and Carter.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
like
that
a
was
little
cute.
love. I think I teared up this time at them. I was like, I want that. That's
Yeah,
so.
if
she's
she
so
breaks
nice.
Carter's freaking heart, she's dead to me, dude.
You're happy Death Day 3.
Yeah, exactly. It's
It's
me.
just you.
It's me.
You're like, why are you? You're like, you broke Carter's heart.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Mhm.
stab
Mhm.
yours.
That's exactly what
And
it is.
that's your-
yeah.
And then you're like, also,
Yeah.
you're a dumb bitch too.
Will they be making a third one?
Probably not.
Okay, yeah, it's like it wraps up in the second one.
Yeah,
I
mean,
might go home and watch it today. That
It's-
might be, yeah.
It's really
I need to
fun.
know. I need
It's
to know the
really
deets.
fun.
Okay.
It's like, again,
Mhm.
they just are like,
Mhm.
how else can we kill Tree?
Yeah, I like a little bit of camp. I like a campy horror movie.
yeah.
The few horror movies I have seen, like one of my favorites, I don't even know if it counts as horror,
Okay.
is Renfield.
Oh, that's a horror. Yeah.
I love it.
Isn't
a
it
little
fun?
gory in some parts.
Oh yeah, it's a vampire.
But so funny. Ben Schwartz's character. I mean, Nicolas Cage, I think that was only, maybe it's like the second Nick Cage movie I've ever seen.
okay.
I haven't seen a lot of his stuff, but
Yeah.
I've seen the one where he looks for the Declaration of Independence.
Okay.
Ben's laughing in the corner.
na-
What's it called?
National.
Yeah, I
Treasure?
almost said Indiana Jones for some
That's.
reason.
I mean, close.
yeah.
That's the same thing.
But I've seen that, love it, and I don't have any reason to not like.
Oh, yeah.
I just have never seen any of his films, and then I saw him in Renfield, and I was like, the guy from National Treasure is acting his tits off in this film. He's
honestly
funny.
pretty good.
He's hilarious. He's incredible in that film. Are you serious? I've seen it 5 times.
That's a lot. You're like, I love Nick Cage. If you love that, then you'll love. Well, there's another movie called Willy's Wonderland where it's like
I hate that title. But
it's basically Five Nights at Freddy's,
okay.
but it's him. He has one line the whole movie,
Okay.
and it's just him murdering robots.
Okay.
But he doesn't say
Mhm.
anything, and all he wants to do is drink soda and play pinball. And that's
And he's the killer?
no.
Oh, okay.
He's like the
okay.
hero.
He's a character.
But
okay.
he's just he's like annoyed with these animatronics. So
okay.
he's like,
I love that.
it's really fun. It's a little
Okay.
gory,
Yeah.
but if
But
you watch it in the
robot gore?
daylight, robot, they do
Kill some
off
humans.
a couple people.
Okay.
But it's like it's honestly pretty funny.
Yeah,
and
they
it's
need
like,
to do that. They need to have events where you can watch horror movies in the daylight, because I think a lot more people would go. There's people just like me, you know.
You're just like, I don't
Oh,
want to.
you know which horror movie? I'm just
All
interested
good.
on your opinion
Yeah.
on all these movies I've seen. The one that really actually kind of freaked me out was The Craft.
Really? Okay, why?
It was it was scary. It was so, and these girls are mean. They're in high school. You know, it was just like it was the bug scene really gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
Like that one girl was out of control. Like it was
Yeah.
just really, it was a lot for me emotionally to
Okay.
watch. And
Got it.
a lot of the scenes were like this for me.
That's fair. Yeah.
And I
it's-
saw that outdoors at an outdoor theater
Okay.
with a friend. Thank God I was not alone. It was scary.
It's spooky.
It's-
It's
It's scary. Okay, it's not spooky. It's scary, and I had a time. Okay, but yeah,
That's so interesting. It's so interesting to see what scares people.
what
and
scares.
what doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Because
then,
like
I saw Scream 6, which is kind of a little bit like, you know,
yeah, that's
slashery.
a very
And I
starry.
thought it was so good. I've never seen the original, but
Okay.
I thought,
Oh.
I know, I probably shouldn't say that on this podcast.
No, but it's also like they kind of spoil everything. In
Yeah,
that
and
movie.
I've read all the synopses.
Okay. Of course
In
you have.
preparation. But I loved the lead actress. I thought it was so well thought out. I
Mhm.
loved the plot. I loved, the twists. I loved that it was multiple killers. Yeah, I thought it was really well done. Is that Do you like that one?
I love Scream.
Okay.
Scream's one of my favorites.
I think it's just such a cult classic slasher film, right? And
Yeah.
it's like really well done, and you get invested in the characters, and it's like a good ensemble cast, and yeah, I liked it. I don't know.
See the first one.
I know. Maybe we can go watch it together if
honored.
they like. Sometimes during
Yeah.
Halloween they'll put it in theaters and stuff.
I would be
but
honored to
Yeah.
watch Scream with you for the first
Yeah.
time.
I
because
would love to.
It's also seeing it through
Mhm.
the eyes of someone who's never seen it before.
Yeah.
Okay, you've
Yeah.
read the synopsis
Right.
of that, but like you don't know all of the twists. You
Mhm.
don't know everything.
What
so.
I'd really love to see, if you want to go, is The Shining.
Ooh, yeah.
Because I've never seen that, and I really want to be a part of the conversation. like here comes
I want to hear what
Johnny.
the hype's about.
Here comes Johnny. I want to know where Johnny's coming from and where he's going. I want to know. I already know everything, but I want to know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would be
Yeah.
honored. That The Shining is a lot slower.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more of like a slow
A
burn.
build.
A slow burn.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's very like psychological.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
it's not
Okay.
as like there is some gore, but it's not
Yeah.
in your face gore like Scream 6.
Yeah.
It's more like
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I'm getting better. I've seen more horror films this year than the whole rest of my life cumulatively.
That's impressive.
So, yeah, it's 5.
you're you're
Yeah.
you're crushing it.
Yeah.
You're crushing it.
Yeah.
Just like the murderous baby
Mm-hmm.
in this film. Any other
That was weird, right?
right? The
Why is that their mascot? Are they the babies? Like, what's the team mascot? You know.
and also to have then
Mm-hmm.
the mask around campus
It's
that people just
insane.
wear, because I don't know if you've been to any colleges.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm thinking,
That shouldn't happen to a baby.
yeah, I'm thinking about like the University of Wisconsin. I'm like,
Yeah.
nobody's wearing Bucky Badger on their face except Bucky.
Yeah.
I mean, they might wear a hat with him on it, but like
Who's dressing up as this baby?
nobody's like, let me put on this like no one's doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. I
School
guess
spirit.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird because it's a face. Like, it's just, yeah, like, because most of the mascots are like, okay, maybe someone wears, like, if it's a hawk, they wear wings
Yeah.
or something, right? Which is still so lame. But, like, yeah, it was weird that it was a baby. Like,
Yeah.
no reason for it to be that, what it was.
It's funny. I
I
feel like
guess, yeah.
'cause
I mean,
it-
it was well designed, I guess.
Yeah.
That is creepy, like a baby killing you,
Yeah.
I guess. But maybe signaling rebirth or something. I don't know. I'm trying to give it a reason, and there's truly no reason for
it could just be it looked creepy.
Yeah, it is.
It looked creepy.
yeah,
Like imagine you're
Yeah.
walking home
yeah,
from the Comedy Store, right? And because you decided to walk.
yeah, yeah. I decided to walk at
Decided to
home
walk
at
home.
4 a.m.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
from the Comedy Store, and you just you turn, and then there's just someone standing there, and they're wearing that.
Yeah, it would be scary. I think any mask is scary, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they could be in anything. They could be in any silicone mask, and I'd be like, I'm about to die.
Okay. Any final thoughts on the movie? Oh my God. You are gay.
I'm gay?
No, that part. Is that in the second one or the first one? I don't fucking remember at this point.
I was just like, finally, someone sees me.
Now I'm like totally blanking.
I don't
if
think
it's in
this one.
Shit.
Who does she say that to?
It's the second movie. God damn it! They blend
Wait.
together so much.
Now I absolutely that completely sold
He
it for
says
me.
to the boy, the
Oh my god! Wait, I need to
Oh
come
my
back
God.
after I watch the second one.
yeah, the second movie they did.
Oh my god! Who did this? Is it for
It's the guy who she's like when she rounds the corner and he like jump scares her.
Oh,
And she just goes. She just gets so much. She goes, "You are gay."
Yeah. Oh
I
wait,
think that's
she
the-
does.
She
no,
does. She
there-
does
the
that.
guy.
That is the first movie.
I don't think she says
No,
like you're
she's-
gay, but she's like, hey, we know, like you're.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was crazy, and I thought I just missed that.
I think so. Yeah.
Now I'm like mixing
because
up.
is he in the second movie
He's
too?
in the second movie,
Okay,
'cause
and
they
he's
repeat
still
the same
struggling
day.
with this.
Yeah,
Okay.
because again, they repeat the same day.
Oh, the same day from the first movie?
Yeah.
That I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Okay,
Spoiler
yeah, so
alert,
that's
but-
in the second one.
Okay,
for
never mind.
sure.
My B, guys. My B. I have brain
That's
rot. I
hilarious.
have brain rot right now.
No, they all. It's the same day over
it's
and over
literally
again.
the same movie.
I love that. I love that
that's
you watched
that.
both.
The fact that you're like, I guess I'm gay now.
Yeah.
Oopsies.
No, I was just like, finally, everyone's been saying it, so let's go.
You're like, here
I'm
we are.
culturally gay though.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. I love that journey for you.
Yeah, I wish I was. If I'm being honest, not even as a joke. I wish I was a little gay, but it's not happening for me.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I feel like gays love horror,
Gays do love horror.
right?
They love horror.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's campy. It's
Camp,
fun.
yeah,
It's camp.
It is. It's
Yeah.
very camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's silly, goofy, you know. I was just like, oh, okay. I was like, I guess I'm gay. Like, thanks. You outed me on your Sony cameras here today in the studio. You're gay. It's like sick, dog. Like, thank you.
You're like,
I had no clue. I had no
You're
clue.
like,
Katie just told me I'm gay. All right, fucking let's rock and roll, baby.
You're like, I came to. She seems nice, and then
Yeah.
she just starts just outing people.
Like she bullied me at her podcast. She had no stutter when she was homophobic, by the way. So insane. So insane.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'd like to formally apologize to not only you,
No, I'm gonna
but
tell
to my reputation of
That was-
this movie.
incredible. I literally because when you did it, can I tell you something? When you went, you're gay, I literally go, wait, am I? I was like, I literally like had a moment where I was like, oh, this is how I find out. I was like, this is how it happens. You don't. Someone tells you your fairy godmother comes to you, and she tells you you're gay.
You're
And-
like, oh,
Yeah.
I literally cried.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Hilarious.
I got the movies mixed up, but we're chill. You
I
know
should have
what?
watched both.
That's okay.
I
They're
didn't
basically
know
the
it
same
was
movie.
out. I didn't know the second one
Oh
was
yeah,
out.
it's been out
Okay.
for a hot second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you haven't returned any.
You are gay!
What a line delivery. What a line
It's the second
delivery.
movie. My bad, people. My bad, but it's such a
Oh my
good line
God. Yeah.
that you should watch. The second movie. for
I
that
will. I
reason.
actually will watch the second one. I actually enjoyed myself. I liked that it was like a silly, goofy horror movie, and
Yeah.
it was so like well lit. That's
Right.
my other thing with horror. I'm always like this in the freaking theater. Like I can't. It's so
you can't see.
dark.
It's bright. It's
Yeah.
a bright, fun horror
Yeah,
movie.
the
That's
real
like,
horror happens in the daytime.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
The the only
Mhm.
part that I, while rewatching it, was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm a little stressed. The hospital scene.
The hospital scene was hard.
like
I kind
like
of
the
went
long
I was
one
watching it like this.
with
like,
where she because the roommate was like, oh, I'm going to there's a serial killer
yeah.
bad guy who
Mhm.
obviously, you know, we're just
No,
gonna
he's a serial killer, but he's a good guy.
he's
Actually,
he's actually like a really
he's
nice
a really
guy.
nice guy.
He's really nice.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give him a gun and then
Yeah.
put this mask on his face
Insane.
and he'll know what to do.
So that
She
was when
kinda, like-
she was impersonating him. So she gave him the sleep drugs, and she put the mask and gun, so it would seem like she framed him for all that stuff, and then she was actually doing the
Yeah.
things. And then this time he was just like, the second time in the hospital, he's just like attacked by
Yeah.
the main character, and then he's like, okay, well, obviously I'm gonna kill this bitch.
Yeah.
You know.
And like the running up the stairs.
That's stressful for me. That's the stuff that stresses me out, is when it's like literally the trying to get away and escape and things, and it's like, yeah,
and then he snaps Carter's neck and I'm like,
that was crazy.
leave baby boy alone.
Yeah. Also, the serial killer guy, the way that they did his hair, and just like, I mean, it was You have to laugh.
But you know,
what a dreamboat.
he's got inches.
Yeah.
He's got
Wait,
inches.
can I ask you,
I'll
is
allow it.
the roommate back in the second one?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I gotta watch it. I gotta see
It's a
what they
time
do
loop,
this
baby.
bitch.
Everybody's back.
Yeah.
Everybody's back. Everybody, they go into the characters so much more,
Really?
and it's
Okay.
and they bring in some new people too, and
Okay.
it's
Okay, I'm into it.
it's camp. It's so
Yeah.
fun. It is so
Okay.
fun. I also something very silly that also happened in the hospital scene as well.
Mm-hmm.
When she's like, oh, the killer's gonna escape. You gotta call for somebody, and then she's like running towards the room,
Mm-hmm.
and there's just a giant axe
Okay.
on the wall that says break in case of emergency.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a hospital where there's just a giant axe in that like
Yeah.
you have to break to get in?
I don't want to speak out of turn because I'm like, maybe hospitals have different stuff than we do. But that felt insane.
Yeah, I was like, it's just like normally it would be like, oh, here's a fire extinguisher, break
Yeah.
in case of emergency.
Right.
Not-
the biggest axe you've ever seen.
Not,
in your
hey,
life.
here's a full axe in,
Yeah.
near a serial killer, and
That's
in that ward.
that's the stuff I don't like. Is
Yeah.
the axe. Like, I don't butcher me.
yeah.
You know. I'm like.
It's also like then they got to be really close.
Also, I love that that's the thing that you're tripping up on of like, this seems so out of reality. Meanwhile, she's in a time loop. Like,
I'm like, okay, I can get the time loop thing, but the axe
but the
thing,
axe?
I couldn't get past. I was like, this isn't real. This isn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really like to just think about that stuff, you know? Yeah, that's all I had on my
I love
notes,
it.
dude.
Yeah. What's your favorite horror movie?
Favorite horror movie? Probably Scream.
Okay. Cool.
that's one of my
Yeah, a
favorites.
slasher film. Yeah.
I like a
Yeah.
good slasher.
The psychological ones are actually the scarier ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're more in the. I struggle with slow burns,
Mm-hmm.
but like I love like a good who done it.
Yeah. Oh,
And-
I love mysteries. I love heists. I love things like that. If there's a world where I could see a movie that's like a horror movie with a heist.
Abigail.
Oh, see, that trailer is insane.
It's such a funny movie. And
Really?
it's really
Okay.
It's hilarious.
She's a ballerina, right?
She's a ballerina vampire. She wears sparkly shoes. She's amazing.
I mean, Ben, do you like horror?
I sure do.
What's your favorite movie?
I never know what to say because I also love Scream so much. Like that's my
Mhm.
Scream 6 little figurine right there.
Oh my God, look at her. She's so cute.
She is.
Gay.
I like this movie called Identity
Okay.
with John Cusack from like 2003,
Okay.
where he's like stuck in a motel and you like find the person's room key and then you like find their body and it keeps happening.
Wait, that's a great plot.
Cool.
There's a huge plot twist at the end.
Ooh.
Identity, it's called.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look that one up too. Maybe I'm like the newest horror fan. Maybe you converted me.
I mean, there's so many horror
Yeah.
movies that are like easier to get into.
Yeah.
Like I feel like even like Halloween and that stuff because they're older,
Yeah.
you can be like,
Well,
okay.
See, when I was like growing up, when horror films were popular, it was like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I'm just not interested in that.
Yeah, that movie's I
You know?
I rewatched that for the pod and I was
Mhm.
like, wow, this movie's
Yeah.
pretty I
Like,
was fucked up.
I like when there's still a plot a little bit.
Yeah.
You know? And maybe that's stupid because it's like
Mhm.
a horror. I don't
Yeah, no,
know.
there's plot,
I
yeah.
don't know, but it's like I think that's still doable, you
Oh,
know?
100%, yeah.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are like very cerebral and like snobbish about their horror films and stuff, but I'm like, it can just be fun.
That's what
You
that's
know?
the point. There's I always talk about this. My turning point in
Yeah.
like judging horror movies was
Yeah.
the movie Santa Jaws.
Okay.
Because I
It's like the movie Jaws with Santa.
yes, but it's a Santa Jaws. He has holiday lights wrapped
Okay.
around him because it's not a good movie.
Uh-huh.
Like already you're like, okay, that sounds ridiculous,
Uh-huh.
but it was so fun. Like it was
Mhm.
silly, and it was
Yeah.
like, okay, you know what? There are some good moments in
Yeah.
it, and it's like every movie's
I've
good,
never seen Jaws.
every movie's bad. in its
Every
own
movie
way.
is good and every movie is bad.
You
And
know?
I love a bad movie.
Right. Oh,
I don't go to the movies to like be like up my own ass. I go to have
Yeah.
fun and have a silly, goofy time.
exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Like that's what you should do. Jaws is very fun though.
Okay, yeah. The music is iconic. Oh, that
Yeah.
was the other thing about this movie is some of the music was pretty silly. Like, because I would, because I look away sometimes when I watch horror, so the soundtrack really hits me harder. But some of it wasn't bad for the movie, but it just felt a lot sillier than like the dramatic music you typically hear. And I do love a dramatic soundtrack.
Of course.
Yeah, I love the spooky. I love all that. Yeah,
but it was
so,
more like,
yeah.
okay, we're gonna get some pop in here.
Yeah. It was actually really funny that it's like there's a murder going on and it's like a Demi Lovato song or like some pop song in the frat. I forget what the song was playing, but at the frat party or whatever. But it was like absolutely hilarious. Like
so
yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's so good.
It's like it's full blast Demi Lovato right now.
Like, really? You're like, honestly, this is a good song to
you're
be
like,
murdered
it's
to, I
kind of
guess.
hitting. Yeah.
Which is also like you think about that when you get into like a car crash,
Right.
like the song keeps playing. It's that similar
exactly.
vibes. Yeah.
I'm listening to a lot of gay music.
That
was incredible.
I'm never
I
gonna live with
can't
that.
wait to
It's
see that
great.
clip
It's
come
gonna
out.
be great. It's just you're gay. That's not in this movie. Oh shit. My bad.
Yeah.
We're good.
No, that changed
again.
my life.
I have brain rot.
No, you don't. It's a time loop movie.
It's a time.
I don't know what I did
I'm
yesterday.
trapped in it.
You know what I mean?
I don't either.
yeah. Mhm.
That's crazy.
That would be the thing. I would wake up in a time loop and be like, I don't remember anything.
I-
Like, I would
I-
just relive the same day.
That's
because
like
I
totally
don't-
normal. I'll be like, I
Yeah.
guess I'm getting murdered today.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd
this
be
is
like,
weird.
what did I do yesterday? Like, I would even forget that there's someone after
You're like,
me.
my head hurts. I
Yeah.
wonder why. Oh, because
Yeah.
you were stabbed 9
That would be what
times.
would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
So, out of 10,
Mm-hmm.
what are we thinking?
I don't know what it's hard for me to rate things like that.
Yeah.
I guess a 6 simply because I'm assuming. Well, okay, I'm rating it based on how I think other horror fans would watch
Oh my god.
it.
No, it's how you rate it.
Yeah.
It's how
I very much enjoyed myself.
that's all.
I'm not saying it's like the pinnacle of cinema,
Oh, for
but
sure.
it was a fun film.
Yeah.
And it was well thought out, and I liked the plot, and I had some stakes in it, and it was watchable for me, who's a little fraidy cat. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Let's go 7.
Oh, okay.
7.5, 7.
Okay.
Yeah. What would you rate it?
I gave it a 6 as well.
Okay,
Because
okay.
it's fun. It's campy.
Yeah.
I actually when I first saw it, I was like 8. And
Yeah.
I watched it, and I was like, okay, it's not as good as I remembered
Yeah.
it, but like it's still really fun.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
enjoy it. I don't think it's supposed to be.
I bet the second one's better, right?
I haven't seen it in a minute.
Yeah.
So I'll also have to rewatch
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna
and
rewatch it and see. Yeah.
It's I mean the
Yeah.
gay. It's
Gay.
oh the one moment with the sorority sister where she signs and does the do you remember that?
Signs?
Where she like she does the sign language and she does the do you want to go to the party? Thing and I was like, oh my god.
That was insane.
I,
That was actually insane.
I forgot about that and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, why is that in there?
They said we're gonna be edgy.
Yeah, they said we're ableist.
let's bring it on and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But she's
I literally had to rewatch that because I was like, what happened? I was like, what? She did not do that right now. Yeah, that was insane.
that's
Yeah.
anyways, that was
Yeah.
that.
They're all bad people.
They're all bad people, but
Yeah.
they're great. I'm sure they're great people in real
Mhm,
life
mhm.
and great actors
Yeah.
and whatnot. They're really good at playing
Yeah.
assholes,
Yeah.
which is a delightful thing. So this is a silly question
Mhm.
that I always ask everybody. Were you afraidy or not afraidy?
I was not afraidy.
Okay. She's a brave.
I'm gay and I'm brave and I'm not afraid to talk about it. Thank you, Ben. Thank you. I was not afraidy. There were a few moments where I was like,
Yeah.
waiting for her to get like stabbed
Yeah,
or like,
because you knew it was coming.
yeah, when I knew it was coming, but then they didn't really show that. So
Which
I
is-
was like, that was great.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Cut it off right there, you know?
That's all I need.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't need to see
Yeah.
your
So
hanging
I would
yourself.
say if you're looking to watch a film that gives you a little bit of that sensation, this is not the film for that,
Yeah.
but it's a clever film. It's very clever.
Clever and fun.
Yeah.
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 I definitely was not.
Mhm.
I am gay and I was not afraidy.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
ally.
Ally.
Ally. Ally.
It's not Pride Month yet, but when
This-
we're recording,
this
but it might be
episode,
out
it might
by
be
then.
Pride Month. Ally. This is the gay episode.
Yeah. Can you please title it that? The gay episode.
Neither of us are gay. We just
Yeah. We just want to be.
we just want to be, but alas, here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
And we're at the
Mhm.
point of the episode where you
Mhm.
plug your stuff.
Oh, if you want to see my stuff, it's at Arijana Ramic on all socials and arijanaramic.com for any show dates. That's ARIJANARAMIC. Yeah. Pretty easy.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks for being on.
Thanks for having me. What a blast.
Of course. And thank you to our sponsors. Oh,
Squarespace.
Squarespace. Squarespace.
Yeah.
Squarespace. Are you gay?
Yeah.
Well, then you should get a copy of Fangoria. Use code Katie Afraidy 25 to get 25% off. Also, thank you to Filmcraft Studio Gear. You can find them at Filmcraft LA on Instagram and filmcraftla.com for all your cool production needs. And then I like to end every pod with some good or shitty advice regarding the movie. I usually just it's whatever off the top of my head. You gave some good advice. Call your parents.
Call your parents.
Call your parents.
Call your mom. Call your dad. Call your grandma if she raised you. I don't know who raised you.
Call everybody.
Call everybody.
Give everybody a call.
A phone call is so nice.
So nice.
Hey, was just thinking about you.
so
Cute.
love it.
Please.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Done.
You're done. You
Yeah.
don't have to go texting back and forth and all this bullshit. No. Call your mom.
Yep. Call your mom. It's
Mhm.
easy. Also,
Mhm.
if I can do it with a speech impediment,
Yeah.
you can do it.
Yeah. And speech impediment, lockjaw, and gay.
And
And what
And
else
gay.
we got? Hates bananas.
Hates
Yeah.
bananas.
I'm really selling you here.
You're like loves cottage cheese. Big cottage cheese gal over here.
Hey, ladies, I love cottage cheese.
I'm gay and I love cottage cheese. What can I say? That's
hilarious.
and if you're gay, you're gay, and we love
Yeah.
that journey for you.
Yeah. Yeah, we really do.
And on that note, guys, this has been an episode. Yep, stay spooky.
Stay spooky. I love that.
Bottle full of bub, look, mommy, I got the head so in the taking drugs. I'm in the habit.
You scared me.
Hey, you're up.